is CBS 2 News at 6.
An unthinkable attack. 20 years later, we're remembering the victims of 9/11 and reflecting on how our world has changed forever. Good evening, I'm Dana Tyler. Welcome to a special edition of CBS 2 News at 6 o'clock. We are in Lower Manhattan right now looking at the reflecting pools that mark where the Twin Towers of the World Trade Center once stood. Tomorrow marks the 20 years since the September 11th terror attacks. Families will once again gather to read the names of the victims and honor those who lost their lives. The annual remembrance was paused last year because of the pandemic, as you know. Now, people have been gathering here as they do every day all year long, but especially this time of year at the museum and at the reflecting pools. CBS 2's Dick Brennan is live at the FDNY's 10 House, not too far, steps away from what was World Trade Center. Dick?
Yeah, Dana, you know, so many firehouses responded to the September 11th attacks, including this one, but we'll just show you how few the steps were to the actual fire. So many firefighters literally ran across the street, and some, we're told, were practically on the first day of the job.
20 years ago was actually my first fire. I responded to the World Trade Center.
He was the ultimate FDNY rookie that day, but Andrew Ansborough was a hero from day one. He ran to the danger.
It's tough to come back here. You know, it's got to be tough for some of these guys who work in the firehouses behind here to be reminded of this every day.
They put on firefighter gear, but these people carry an armor that most can't comprehend. Nonetheless, they still feel the pain that is now 2 decades old.
20 years anniversary is significant only because of the number. As far as the fire officers and firefighters in FDNY, we remember our fallen every day.
At the 9/11 memorial, they laid a wreath for the crew of American Airlines Flight 11, which hit the North Tower.
It's really nice that all of my colleagues came and showed support.
But a 34-year-old pilot named Tom McGinnis has extra reason to be proud. His father was the pilot of Flight 11, and he followed in his footsteps.
As soon as 9/11 happened, all of these same pilots came by my house and said, if you want to be a pilot, we will support you. We will be there for you, and they were the whole way.
People from all walks of life came to the memorial, from tourists who've never been here to people who helped in the aftermath of the attacks.
I served on that piling for a week, but it's still in me. As soon as I got on the pile, we pulled out 18 bodies of firemen. I'm sorry.
Lee remembers vividly what it looked and sounded like working to sift through the debris. She says she left feeling inspired by what she saw.
For your city to come together this strong, it just proves what you are. It just proves what you are. Working together and helping one another just is amazing to me.
It's also deeply emotional for people seeing the memorial for the first time.
We came yesterday and it was raining, and I said, heaven is crying. And to see the heroes around, the Port Authority police, and I am awestruck and very impressed at how they've made this such a monument.
So many comments today on the weather, which was very much like September 11, 2001. Completely blue sky, but up against it, one of the great horrors of New York City. In the meantime, we can tell you, we spoke to a lot of first responders today, and we said to them, what kind of courage does it take to run into a burning building? And they said, well, that's what we do. And that's why we remember and never forget. We're live in Lower Manhattan. Dick Brennan, CBS 2 News.
That's why they're New York's bravest, Dick. Thank you. Also today, observances were held in the other places where terrorists struck on this day. Tomorrow, September 11th, 20 years ago. Bells rang 3 times during a ceremony in Virginia, one for each target terrorists hit on 9/11. American Airlines Flight 77 crashed into the west wall of the Pentagon building. 125 people inside were killed. Most were Army and Navy service members and employees. Also tomorrow, President Biden will return to a field near Shanksville, Pennsylvania, to pay tribute to the heroic 40 passengers and crew members who died on board United Airlines Flight 93. Mr. Biden visited the Flight 93 memorial last year. This we remember so much because of that young man who said, let's roll. The people on board, they fought the tourists to prevent them. the terrorists to prevent them from making it into Washington, D.C. to crash into the Capitol. On September 11, 2001, we here at CBS 2 lost two of our co-workers, and we pay tribute to them right now as well. Robert Pattison was a broadcast engineer working at our transmitter inside the towers. Isaiah Rivera was also an engineer. Both men were on the 110th floor of the North Tower when the airplanes hit. We all send our heartfelt condolences to the Pattison and Rivera families. Advocates are calling on Congress to pass a correction to what's called the 9/11 first responders and survivors health funding bill. Now, some people who are in Congress, elected officials, say if the government does not act now, this fund will run out. CBS 2's Natalie Duddridge spoke with people who desperately need this money.
My baby was like 10 months old when I started noticing that they were all just getting like ear infections and sinus infections over and over again.
Mariama James had 2 young kids and was 8 months pregnant, living near the Twin Towers when they collapsed. She says her entire family was exposed to toxic dust.
I actually lost my dad in May to 9/11 related COPD. My mom is a stage 4 colon cancer survivor, and my children also, and myself, also suffer with like upper and lower respiratory diseases.
James joined first responders and elected leaders to call on Congress to pass a bill called the Survivor Health Funding Correction Act. One of the asks to research the effects of toxic exposure to the more than 35,000 people who were children at the time of the attack going to school or daycare in the area.
2 days after the attack, Christy Todd Whitman held a press conference to say the air was safe to breathe. It was not safe.
But the main focus of the bill to fix a funding shortfall in the World Trade Center's health program that now supports more than 100,000 survivors.
We need additional resources because the cost of inflation for medical expenses is far higher than the normal cost of inflation.
And a sobering stat we heard here today. Officials say 3/4 of firefighters who responded on 9/11 now have some form of illness.
The next 20 years are going to decimate us. More and more people are going to get sick, more and more people are going to die.
John Field lost his foot while working as a demolition supervisor at Ground Zero in the days following the 9/11 attacks. He's been fighting with Congress ever since to ensure medical benefits are funded for first responders and survivors through 2090. But right now, officials say it could dry up as soon as 2025. On the Upper East Side, Natalie Duddridge, CBS 2 News.
CBS 2 is paying tribute to the heroes and those lost on September 11th. Join us tonight for a special tribute. Never forgotten, 9/11, 20 years later. You'll hear untold stories from that fateful day. It's a special presentation. I speak with former FDNY Commissioner Thomas Von Essen, his reflections on the tragedy 20 years ago. Coming up here on CBS 2 News at 6, rushing students to safety that day. There are schools all around this area. A principal, a parent described as helpless and frightening moments of uncertainty. And mild weather ahead of tomorrow's September 11th observances. John Elliott is in for Lonnie Quinn tonight. With the forecast, we'll be back.
You said it, Dana. It's going to be beautiful. We've got beautiful conditions right now. In fact, it's a home run. Going to see some nice baseball weather, Steve.
Yeah, John. The latest installment of the Subway Series starts tonight at Citi Field, and while both teams are still trying to secure a postseason berth, we'll hear why it's almost secondary to the emotions running high on this commemorative weekend. Dana?
Thank you, Steve. And coming up after CBS 2 News at 6, we'll have the news from Nora O'Donnell. CBS Evening News. Here's Nora now with a preview. Hello.
Hi, Dana. On this Friday night after the CBS 2 News at 6, we are here at Ground Zero ahead of the 20th anniversary of the 9/11 attacks on America. Tonight, we remember those who died and the pain that some are still in. We'll have a look at the mental health crisis facing our first responders. Plus, our interview with then National Security Advisor Condoleezza Rice. That's all coming up on the CBS Evening News.
You are looking live at the 9/11 Memorial and Museum as we pay tribute on this solemn 20th anniversary tomorrow. We are on the south side of the World Trade Center site, Liberty Street at the bottom of your screen. Architect Michael Arad, chosen over thousands of others, calls his design reflecting absence. The building there you see is the above-ground museum. Part of it above ground, the exhibition floors below, going all the way to the bedrock, 7 levels down. The north and south reflecting pools are exactly where the towers stood. The architect, Michael Arid, says the pools are containers of memory and emptiness. As water flows into the voids, they remain empty and cannot be filled. That sense of absence cannot be erased. 20 years ago, on this September 11th, that Tuesday morning, by schools in the area, some kids already in class, others making their way, when the catastrophe happened. And so many of them had to run for their lives to find safety. CBS 2's Cindy Hsu tells us about one school, what happened there on September 11th.
Once we realized that the second plane had hit the South Tower, we had to quickly get the kids away from any classrooms that were that had windows, because we didn't know if there were going to be air attacks.
That was the first of many pivotal decisions that day for Veronica Najar, principal then and now at PS 89 in Battery Park City.
We got all the kids out of their classrooms. I put every child on the second floor in the auditorium that doesn't have any windows.
She also moved students into the windowless gym and cafeteria.
I knew that if we had to evacuate, I needed a quick, clean exit, not going from classroom to classroom.
Evacuation was, in fact, the next move. They went north on West Street to the shelter of another school, PS3, more than a mile away. Gabriel Kleiman was in first grade at the time.
It was definitely scary, but again, everything was like happening so fast. As a kid, seeing your parents scared makes you scared.
Some parents initially struggled to locate their kids in the chaos, not knowing where they were taken. Others arrived at the school within minutes.
We're making our way up north on the promenade towards North Cove Marina when the second plane hit.
Sharon Fortenbaugh had a son at PS 89. Her husband had managed the marina, and he took quick action to retrieve him and get his family to safety.
He took our son, jumped in the boat, raced over to Jersey City, and within minutes they had shut down New York Harbor.
Today, the attacks of 9/11 are not part of the curriculum at this school, though an important part of the day, and people are always recognized.
It's really about all the people who helped. It's really about the helpers, right? It's about the uniformed police and fire department that sort of helped wherever they could and however they could. It's really about saying that there are good people in this world who actually help other people.
And to thank the staff of PS 89 for what they did that day. There is a plaque that stands just outside the school building.
I love that plaque. I think it's a great honor to the staff here. But as I will always say, I didn't feel like a hero. You know, heroes never know they're being heroes. They're just doing their job, right?
Cindy Hsu, CBS 2 News.
More reflections and tributes tonight. A reminder at 7 o'clock to please join us for Never Forgotten, 9/11, 20 years later. Our special coverage, 7 o'clock, only on CBS 2 and streaming on CBS in New York. Well, still ahead here on CBS 2 News at 6, we saw blue skies, still have a lot as dusk joins us. But temperatures, what about the rest of the weekend? Warming up. John Elliott has the full forecast next. Now to the pandemic, and with New York City public school students going back to the classrooms on Monday, Mayor de Blasio today issued a mandate, new rules for the COVID vaccine. Students 12 and older who participate in extracurricular activities which are considered at high risk. These include cheerleading, step and flag teams, chorus, band, orchestra, musical theaters, dance and dance teams. Mayor de Blasio said on his weekly radio appearance that the mandate follows state and CDC guidelines.
If a family doesn't think it's important enough to get their child vaccinated for this, the child won't participate.
City students who play contact sports have already been ordered to get vaccinated. To Passaic County, New Jersey, and just so much going on there because of Ida. And now this, a boil water advisory is in effect in parts of Passaic. This is for customers of the Passaic Valley Water Commission in Passaic, Patterson, and parts of Clifton and Woodland Park. Officials say the water may be unsafe to drink after the remnants of Ida flooded the new street reservoir. So water needed for drinking or cooking should be boiled ahead of time. Additional federal relief is coming to thousands of people in New Jersey to rebuild from the devastation of that storm Ida. The White House today extended major disaster declarations to Essex, Hudson, Mercer, and Union counties. The declaration allows home and business owners to receive low-cost loans for damages not covered by insurance. Grants for temporary shelter and home repairs will also be made available. 6 other New Jersey counties already had major disaster relief declared. Let's get to the weather. And as Dick Brennan said, John, and I'm feeling it too, those of us who were here 20 years ago tomorrow, it's very much like the weather that day.
It was that shade of blue, and it was that perfect chill in the morning giving way to really warm conditions in the afternoon. I know exactly what you're talking about, Dana. Thank you, and thank you at home. We know this is an emotional time for everybody. The weather is going to cooperate. The weather is going to be nice over the next few days. Pleasant evening and 73. Winds out of the northwest. Hey, that's the rub. It's a gusty wind, so that's why we're so dry. But yeah, stuff was blowing around today. For your afternoon, the high was 74, 4 degrees below average, and the humidity was great. Now, the record for today, 97, so it can still be hot. It is still summer. We're about a dozen days away from the next season, so we'll savor this summer feel and summer look and a little bit of summer heat. Saturday in the 70s, Sunday in the 80s. That's right, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday in the 80s, so definitely above normal with plenty of sunshine, not too humid, so it feels like summer weather should. Want to show you, it is nice and quiet here. You can see there, could see a little bit of fog tomorrow morning. Every time I see that shade of gray, that just reminds me, could be a little bit of fog tomorrow morning, particularly north and west. Look at this, as we take a radar and satellite trip from coast to coast, we've got so much to be thankful for. Great for the lakes, the Ohio Valley, our area, down through the south central state, and even here. Some welcomed water resources for our neighbors to the west that are still fighting fires. In our area, 59 and feeling fine, some 40s in the suburbs, so that means, yeah, I know, 46 in Monticello. You're not shoveling anything, but that's still refreshing. 50s dominate on the island. For those important key moments that are just seared in our collective memory, 8, 9, and 10 will be in the 60s. If you are going to be attending any kind of service around the area, just remember it's a jacket in the morning, and then into the afternoon we're going to see some really comfortable numbers, and there's really more where that came from. When you look at the next few days, we'll see even warmer conditions. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday in the 80s. Some of the models hinting at possibly a shower Tuesday. I think there's a better chance with a little bit of heat and humidity mixing for a shower or thunderstorm Wednesday into Thursday. Could see a little bit of tropical moisture by next Friday. For your day and evening tonight, great, and going to be nice tomorrow, Dana. It's a small consolation, but the weather is going to cooperate for everything that the day means and for everything people have to do. Yeah. Back to you.
Nice weather, just wrapping its arms around everybody here. Thank you, John. Otis Livingston is off tonight. Steve Overmeyer in the studio with what's coming up in sports. Steve.
Dana, a lot will be on the line this weekend for both the Mets and the Yankees. And while the focus will be on tomorrow night, tonight's Subway Series opener has a special meaning to both teams. That's next in sports.
Now, your Ford Sports Desk.
Baseball played a significant role in the start of the healing after 9/11. Let's get to sports tonight. Steve Overmeyer, Subway Series.
Subway Series is tonight, Dana. The Mets and the Yankees opening an emotional series at Citi Field tonight. Tomorrow, the teams will continue the tradition of honoring the lives lost with a special pregame ceremony on the 20th anniversary of that tragic day. The Mets and the Yankees both needing to string together some wins in the final weeks of the season for any hopes of making the postseason. The Yankees currently sit in the final wild card spot, but they've lost 10 of 12. The Mets are 5 games back of the wild card and the division with just 21 games left. Both of these teams will be feeling the weight of this series as every player will be wearing hats honoring first responders.
Anytime you put that on, you know, there's some emotion tied to that, and there's some honor tied to that, and some responsibility tied to that. To, you know, be a part of you know, a lot of eyeballs on this weekend. Honored to be a part of it.
A great weekend series against the Yankees, and you know, we know that there's going to be a lot of emotions in each game with the meaning of the day.
Novak Djokovic is now just 2 wins away from a calendar Grand Slam. Tonight, in the semifinal match, he has to get past Alexander Zverev, who just a few weeks ago won gold in the Olympics. And in the other semifinal match, Felix Auger-Aliassime played his first major semifinal against a 2 seed and 2-time Grand Slam finalist Daniil Medvedev, and the big Russian made short work of the young Canadian. Medvedev wins in straight sets 6-4, 7-5, 6-2. He reaches Sunday's finals, only losing 1 set along the way. And one more note here, Dana. Tomorrow, history will be made as a teenager will win the U.S. Open women's draw. Emma Raducanu and Leylah Fernandez will meet in the first all-teen U.S. Open final in 22 years. And Dana, I think there will be a lot of eyes on that, and there will be a lot of cheers out there at Flushing Meadows tomorrow.
A lot of excitement for that. Steve, thank you so much. That's CBS 2 News at 6. To our 9/11 families, please accept our condolences. We think about you all the time. Coming up on the CBS Evening News with Norah O'Donnell, a 9/11 widow's powerful words, how she kept a promise to her husband. Don't forget tonight, 7 o'clock, right after the evening news, CBS 2 and a special 9/11 Never Forgotten. 20 years later, it's only on CBS 2 and streaming on CBSN New York. I'm Dana Tyler. Good night. See you at 7.